friends, welcome to Diablo Devolution X mod. As I choose the Sorcerer, the only class we can really get through this run with. The rules of the run, pretty simple. Golem spell, kill Diablo, chill vibes. Now we're starting on Hell, and with an incredible resolution, and it looks like Decakane's been pissing in the well again. The Golem spell. So look, it costs 100 mana, which I don't have. It costs 18,000 to buy the book, and that's why I'm on Hell difficulty, exploring the dungeon very early on. I'm scrabbling like a little boy to try and find 18,000 gold or 18,000 gold's worth of items. Now, this isn't me dying on normal because this is Hell difficulty, so it doesn't count. But it was very difficult being level 1 on Hell difficulty with no equipment to try and scrabble together a few measly coins just to hope that I could find a book or a scroll at Adria. And I tell you, I just couldn't, and it took me a very, very long time. But I knew, first thing, 18,000 gold. And to be honest, that was really only the beginning. I still needed to get 100 mana as well to be able to cast Golem in the first place. So there was a lot of barriers, including some tough denizens, but the real barrier was my mental health, as I had to re-roll Adria over and over again. And annoyingly, of course, she has that little soundbite every time you click on her, which I hear now in my waking nightmares and every night when I go to bed. A lot of this was RNG based, of course. It's a great fun game for the RNG. You don't know what the dungeon's going to be. Some of the dungeons can be hugely densely populated, even at level 1. But I actually got pretty good at spacing myself and being quite cautious with what loot to go for and what not, and travelling down and deeper down.
The sanctity of this.
I did it a lot of times, and I literally could not find the Golem spell anywhere. Not even like in a tough situation, where I did find a bookcase like this, it was just even one creature in the way would make it an impossibility. And when I did find a magic item, like this short sword, a brass one, well, brass isn't very good, is it? So hopefully Decakane will trip over that on his way back from the pub. So I ran this hundreds of times, and I actually made a list, which you can see here, some horrific handwriting, as I the madman scrawls his notes in his own blood. But I worked out there were actually a number of spells which just weren't showing up. I found an elemental staff, even a book of stone curse, but I just could not find the Golem spell anywhere. And I don't believe it was RNG. At a certain point I realised, whatever I did here, the best I could do would be hope to phase in using a scroll of phasing, grab the bookcase and hope for the best, but every single time it wasn't anywhere close to the kind of level of book that I needed. So I knew really I needed to get down into the caves or catacombs. And this is me reloading over and over again in the vain hopes that the RNG of the phasing spell gets me in the right position. Here I'm in the right position, not in an ideal position, but I am one phase away from being able to teleport past a lot of the preamble. And there we go, finally, I got it. Game saved, down to level 5. And now I'm pretty certain I should be able to find the book. I need to ideally find the route back to town. Now this can spawn right next to the stairs down here, and if it doesn't, we could be in real trouble. And archers are not ideal, because they will probably be a 1 or 2 hit kill at this point. Black Death there permanently reduces your hit points by 1 if you get hit by them. And this, one hit there from the charge of a blink, is it? And I think that's it, guys. I just don't think it's possible. I used the scroll of town portal to get back to town, and nothing. Not even an idea of higher level loot there. I managed to get back down in another run, and again, still nothing. But there, a book of chain lightning. Finally, that's the first book of chain lightning I've seen. So I know for a fact this is possible. You see how much gold I had there, 41,000. You can get an idea of how long this took. And I got obsessed with some bookcases, thinking it's definitely going to be on that bookcase. And this is me reloading, casting phasing spell on a scroll like an absolute scrub. And there, book of phasing. How poetic. And when I reload, that's it, the gate's closed. Do I want to do that again? No, it's time to cheat. So I found a very, very old, this was like classic Boba Fett's trainers from a long, long time ago. You can do it with the GOG version of the game. you have the trainer running in the background and you can edit the items in your inventory. So here, I'll show you very briefly, you can basically put in any item you want. Could I put a Book of Golem? No. But I could put a scroll, and I'll show you here, just in case any of you guys want to do it. Look at all these unique items you can put in. So finally, the story of Golemdad can begin from the very beginning. And here I am, washed up on the shoreline, washed down from the river. My old pants there soiled, my old floppy sword chucked away. A new life to be started after I've stolen a Book of Golem from a monastery, which unfortunately got very, very wet. Mainly river water, but some piss as well. I'm not ashamed to say. I am ashamed. Let's chuck my gold. I don't really want to cheat. I've got 2 items here which are actually helping my magic up to the level required, which I think is 52 for Golem spell. So as soon as I get some levels, I can't even talk. I'm literally 1 drink in at this point. I've had a little bit of Macallan 12 year, which you need sometimes with a sun like this. Here he is. Honestly. He's got quite the brow on him. Definitely got his mother's brow. And he's not doing exactly what I'd hoped. Oh, he's good. That was actually pretty solid attack. Where's he going? We might have a bit of an issue here because I don't really recall the Golem spell that much. But now it's all flooding back to me that he does basically just go off and do his own thing. So he's a real teenager. And I still need to be a bit careful. I mean, this is normal now, so you all know I don't die on normal, but I need to be a little bit cautious because I have very limited health. But he is having no issue whatsoever. Pretty much one-shotting everything. Oh, he says he takes three or 4 hits to kill that skelly. Now, we can level up the Golem spell, of course, but it requires... Really, it's going to require finding a book before we run out of scrolls. I did say earlier, you know, I don't want to cheat when I threw that gold away. I have kind of cheated, of course, to put these scrolls in. But I have given myself limited scrolls. So I'm hoping 1 scroll will be enough. I don't believe there's things like a duration on the spell that's going to be a problem. But I do know that he is just as killable as I am. Maybe not at this level. We should be able to breeze through some of these early levels quite easy. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe a decent pack of creatures can stunlock him. Stunlocking is a very real thing in this game. And not immediately putting points into magic there up to 40. That means I can drop this cap of magic on the ground. I'm not even going to pick that up to sell it because I do feel a bit cheap even having it in the first place. But it's allowed the run to start at level 1. So I think we can forgive me, can't we? My job, pretty much just to bash barrels at this point. Oh, and I did actually kill a skelly there, which means the run's over. So can't wait to read some pedant in the comment over that. But I think there's more egregious mistakes. One of the problems I have is I don't have the ability to put something on my attack bar to stop me from attacking. So it is very easy just to accidentally click on something. The good thing is I am useless at attacking being a sorceress. Sorceress? Oh my god, that's my Diablo 2 in me. I have not changed my gender yet. I'm still a sorcerer. Which means my attack values are very poor. So by the time we get further down the dungeon, if I accidentally throw her like that... I did look like... I mean, it looked like I did hit it, but I definitely didn't. So don't worry. And some rags. We're way beyond rags at this point. There's some great shrines in this. I know a few of them weirdly off by heart. Like Quiet I Do Know is a really good one. Gives you +2 vitality. There's a few others. I mean, I did have to look some of them up. Once you know them, you always know them. But I love the way that they have... Sometimes you click on it thinking, this sounds good. And it's not. We can start making some bank now. Realistically, we still need to be charging towards 18,000. And I forgot that Griswold was an absolute sex offender. This whole village is a real deviance. You hear from Ogden that I think half the village have been killed already by Lazarus, Leoric, I suppose. And I always used to think when I was younger, I wonder what the other villagers, because all these characters are just so cool. I would have loved to have known the village even before Diablo. There's the game that needs to get made. And I'm not talking about adding the Hellfire character, which I think is a man dressed as a cow. Wow, I didn't realise you could see them. Did you see? Well, maybe you can't see them, but now you can. hidden in level 2. That seems, I don't know if that's part of this mod, but I do not remember those guys being there this early. That is not great for me, because I can level up more points into magic. We're very close now to be able to drop the, so it's 51. I think I said 52 earlier, so yeah, flame me in the comments for knowing nothing about this game. But I remember getting this game. I remember playing the shareware version passionately, to the point where I used to play my character so much. I think it's maybe like some ridiculous level, like level 16, and you only had access to the first maybe 3 levels. I think maybe you get as far as Leoric, but I used to have quite a few unique items because I just played it so much. Just the shareware version, and that's why I feel like I'm an expert in the game, because I played so much. And then I remember getting the game and having that box in my hand. It was, man, it just felt so good, and reading through the manual like desperate to install. And you could only play the warrior class as well. But yeah, the soundtrack to this game is absolutely peak. The gameplay is fantastic. I mean, there's some great stuff you can read about how it was going to be turn-based at one point, and some of the game design that went into it. But this really is genre defining. And like artistically, I mean, to me, it's almost perfect. Fortunately, the golem is not perfect. Now, I learned later exactly how to control the golem. I did not find that out until very late during this run. So, for those who know how to control him, I'm sorry, this is going to be as painful as it was for me not realizing how to control him. But I fell out with this big boy, quite a few times during this. Now, this is a first maybe major test here. There's quite a lot going on. I should probably try and distract, but I really don't want Golem to get peppered with arrows too much. It doesn't feel like he's getting stun locked at all, which is good, but I'm imagining he probably is taking damage. If he dies now, then this run might well be impossible. So we'll find out. Yeah, if I tank as best I can, and even it might be me. Oh my god, look at that. I was going to say it might be worth me getting some decent armor on and trying to be a bit of a tank. But I do not have the vitality for that at all. So put magic up to 51. I'm going to put my rest of my points into vitality. Now, many of you will know that the game is almost too easy as the sorcerer once you get the mana shield spell. But I feel like I'm very far away from that. And we've actually got our first hero coming up. Heroes in this, brilliant. Actually, in a way, better than Diablo 2 because they feel so unique. These, I suppose, are the precursor to super uniques because they are all, you can find them. Although it's randomly generated, which ones will be on the level. There are a few that you'll find. Not what we need there. There's definitely a few books that are going to be more useful than others. Oh, Book of Healing. Perfect. That's the one I was going to mention. Yeah, Book of Healing is going to be incredible. With the amount of mana that I'm hoping to get, it's going to be really important to keep us alive while we tank. Unfortunately, inventory in this, especially while we've got all these scrolls, it's going to be a little bit of a pain. I want to keep some scrolls of Town Portal as well. And another bookcase. So satisfying when you finally work your way through to a bookcase. And actually, I love the art style of that. I know I've mentioned in some of my Diablo 2 videos, that kind of like a cozy cub corner in the Pandemonium Fortress. And that just really looks like a little bookcase in the snug there. Those that know. But in the old graphics, it had the same kind of Diablo aesthetic. And this is the aesthetic that I'm absolutely in love with. And I'm glad with Diablo 4 they've gone slightly back to this, but I think it's a shame it's gone almost too graphically. I mean, Diablo 4 is a very good game, guys. It's just a shame that it's got none of the longevity because it's like a service rather than just a standalone game. And also, it's very difficult. I mean, I've thought about it before. Let's do some runs, but what am I going to do? It doesn't have the same charm, let's be honest. I'm debating here what to get. I'm really not sure. I think the best thing we can do is just keep heading down. Unfortunately, every time you go back to town, you have to resummon the golem. And every time you move between levels also. And that can be levels within levels as well. There are some like boss chambers and things, which will have separate areas. And every time I need to use another scroll. So I do kind of need to be a bit careful. I've actually lost the ability to be able to wield that saber with another item I had. I think it was adding to some dexterity. Oh, actually, I did accidentally karate chop them, but that is... I think a punch only run is on the cards, guys. That's a decent attack speed. In fact, I know already it's on the cards, and I've mentioned on my Discord. So if any of you guys are interested in joining, we'll try and get a 4-player Devolution X multiplayer game going. And the aim will be everybody can punch, and only punch, their way to victory. Yeah, rules kind of to be decided, but I love the idea, because stun locking is a very big feature of this game. So I love the idea of being able to karate chop our way through. Shotgun not being this guy, because that is a very, very tough role, I think. But I always used to think back in the day that these, and for YouTube censors, yeah, these are just people who've lying down with red hair. But I honestly used to think these look like people with red hair who've like fallen unconscious. Oh, 9 to vitality. That's pretty good, actually. I mean, I think, unfortunately, it's, as with a lot of mage classes in this series, it's not great, the return on investment with a mage character stacking her vitality, but it's better than nothing. And unfortunately, yeah, I'm desperately trying to get the golem to follow me out here, and what I ended up having to do, which is mad now I know how to control him, the AI, is try and lure creatures, and then get him to kind of aggro within his aggro range, attack the creature, and then hopefully he'd be able to be closer to the next creature to aggro that one as well. But it was absolutely laborious, as is nearly all of my runs. I got quite a funny comment on my other Golemdad video the other day saying, why, just basically, why did you do this? Of course it's going to be long and difficult. But that's why it's fun, guys. Is it? Maybe. But that's why maybe you enjoy watching it, so you don't have to do this. I'm going to put a few points into strength, because I know I'm going to need it. A lot of the guides actually state, but this is back in the day. I don't know if anyone writes guides for this anymore. But they used to say, like, get strength up as soon as you can, because you can generally get through with most of your stats being okay. I mean, it helps having enough magic to be able to read books, but the main thing is getting enough strength, especially with the sorceress, to equip equipment. And you are very limited. I think the maximum stat, this is an interesting thing they included. Oh, bongo? Are you kidding? The bongo? Bongo feels like he needs to be in another video of mine, because that is incredible. Please don't ever let me forget bongo, by the way. Well, I might not if he ends up ripping my son to shreds. It's a very, very busy area here. I'm not a great fan of it. I can hear myself. Oh, that is incredible. He's an absolute boxer, my son. Go on, my son. Oh, yeah, he's ripping them apart. I'm actually going to use the town portal scroll there. I do need to head back to town soon, but it's fantastic for illuminating areas, which I think is just a great feature of the spell. I've got a few to spare as well, a few scrolls to spare. And the good thing about this mod is you can actually speed up the character movement. Oh, we're going to town there. I think that might have been a hero character there. Oh, yeah, it was. Look at this. Damn, it's all dropping here. And the items in this game are just incredibly well designed, if you ask me. They're rare enough to be still exciting, even at the very end when you find them. But the mods on them are just huge. You can find just lying around quite comfortably, like huge hit points, 30-40% resistor amulets. So it's super, super exciting when you get them. And then the unique items are actually unique. A lot of the unique items actually have playoffs. So you have, like, you know, minus to some stats, positives to other stats, but in quite extremes. So you can really make a big difference to your build, and a huge amount of difference to the amount of fun you can have with the game as well. So I can see some very decent stuff up here. A shrine and a bookcase as well. Now, I'm not confident, of course, the bookcase at this point are going to be useful in the slightest, but we might be able to find some decent spells. Oh, actually, this is pretty dangerous. Luckily, I'm completely useless with this sword. But unfortunately, my son seems a little bit preoccupied. Oh, there he is. Good on him. Yeah, he is very, very difficult to control and very unpredictable as to what he's going to attack. So I can be being harassed now. He's not even coming in the... Come on, dude! Probably texting his girlfriend. Unbelievable. Get in here! Right, that's it. And as any doting father would, I'm just going to lock him in there and just let him beat the shit out of everyone. Oh, was there trouble in here, mate? Ah, sorry, man. I didn't realise I was at the bar. Sorry, lads. What's he doing? Oh, no. Oh, this is terrible. So he's decided to get us both killed. Oh, this is actually pretty sketchy stuff. Now, I've got the heal spell. I've got a decent amount of mana. I just got to keep... luckily, I saw a break then. I think hanging around there any longer would have been pretty dangerous, actually. I'm going to actually go. Can I lock that? Oh, perfect. Oh, it's busy here. Let's lock that as well. Yeah, a lot of creatures don't know how to use the doors, which is a great tactic. The classic, of course, is to use that against the butcher. Now, here's me trying to just close the door in an attempt to stop him from going through there and come through this door instead. But again, I just didn't know how to control him at this point. We had a very, very rocky relationship. Should I be doing puns in this? We had with a stony face. I'll tell you. If I do puns, I'm just gonna granite into the ground. That doesn't really work. Maybe I'll get into puns when when my whiskey takes effect. It's actually quite good fun watching this back. It was quite stressful doing the run itself. I actually didn't know at what point it would be impossible. Some of the later levels especially, I thought, am I going to have a time and a half here? I think I'm past that cap now. The skull cap, I think, is much better. I actually love the art of this. It's a lot of that's tinged with nostalgia, of course. One of the things in the mod, you can have the picture of the item next there. There's a few things. One of the best things about the mods, which I started using at this point, was Gillian as a kind of stash system, which is just going to speed things up going back and forth from town. Because I can do that easy enough. I can just walk back and forwards. And I'm thinking here, Leoric's tomb. Now, I can't quite remember what the unique crown you get when you kill him is. I'm actually not sure I'm going to be able to kill him. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. I interrupted. Can you say that again? Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Leoric. I don't know where he is in here. I have a feeling there's a little bit of Skelly Calcium Conference. You got a few opening acts talking about some of the great charity events they've put on recently, and Napoleon Bonaparte, guest speaker. I'll stop while I'm quite far behind. So this early area, I'm not loving the archers here. I'm also not loving the fact that there's quite a few... Oh, actually, they're behind grills there, which is really not great. So I'm going to get peppered with arrows. Can you work out... the AI is good enough to realise that just because they're closer, they actually can't be reached. But there's two doors at the side here. Both have got some levers in. Oh, actually, I'm not sure I'm going to carry half this stuff. I love the inventory in Diablo 1. It's just so simple. Oh, and this area is now open here. I just see him just punching some skulls out there. Now, I don't know if Leoric is in the room at the back. I think he might be in a separate room. I mean, he's doing God's work here, so I might just leave him to it. Oh, typical, of course, I aggravate the archer. Crucified skeleton there. That's pretty cool. I didn't drop anything. I thought they dropped. I thought it always dropped gold. Oh no! What have I? The size of the man! My God, guy's been on trend for years. He's been gripping it and ripping it. My God, where's my golem gone? Hello? Oh, he's summoning them as well. Luckily, I'm an expert dodger at this point. Let's just heal up. I'm really scared. Is he? I can hear him killing stuff. What are you doing? He's killing stuff, but just nothing round here. Oh, is it up there? Maybe I just need to chill. Oh, I'm just aggravated the whole room now. That's what happens when you make puns. It divides the room. It doesn't bring people together. It divides people. So just come straight back to the entrance here, and I'm going to have to do some incredible... Look at this. Oh, he is a mover. Whoa, that sword is terrifying. Even now, the length of that, the girth of that is just immense. He has the... There's a reason why he's the king. The biggest bone. I'm just worried that actually I'm not going to be able to keep up with his... I feel like the Golem, if he gets into a decent position, can pretty much take all these guys out in 1 or 2 hits. He's so slow to move, though. Oh, lovely little level up there as well. Pretty redundant. For whatever reason, Leoric's... What, he don't... Oh, why has he gone in there? Oh, and of course, there's hundreds more skeletons in here. Oh, that's actually pretty nice of him coming back and helping me out there. Okay, well, at least it clears out this little room. I might be able to... I don't know. I'm trying to think how I can use the room, guys. Oh, it's a treasure room. Oh, my goodness me. That feels incredible. Look at that design. What year is this? Incredible. I actually love it. I think I can probably just pick up that dagger. I kind of want to keep everything. I could, if I thought about it, probably pick up the blade, which might be better, but let's drop the axe. I'm never going to use the axe. It's two-handed for a start. Really slow attack speed. Again, Leoric, not quite sure where he is right now, but the Golem, he knows what he wants and he's going for it, which is just... God, the treasure in this place is incredible. I had no recollection of how... I'm just still maybe overwhelmed by finding that unique. Because I came here thinking the Undead Crown would be pretty good. I'm not going to use that bow. I'll have to come back and get a lot of this stuff anyway. Okay, here he is. Is he coming? Whoa, he's a quick boy. Let's lure him into this back room. This is not... It's not going to sound good. Let's lure him in. Come on. Just going for a bit. Just can't come into the urinals. I think he's got me on my own. Is he coming? Oh, my son. My son. Do I want to watch? I'm going to have to watch. Is he going? Oof. Oh, I think he's going to... Okay, yeah, maybe I can just tank a few hits or at least distract him. Oh, he's down! Yes! What a legend. I thought that would be pretty tough, but maybe I've been worrying about this Golem a bit too much. So let's identify some of this stuff. Kane absolutely crippling me financially. Oh, +7 to magic. Problem is it's got such high dex requirements. +1 all attributes, terrible. No. Oh, it's all good stuff to sell. So the split skull shield, great armor class, hit points great, strength not by the way. Light radius, well, I tell you what, it's a hell of a lot better than we had. So I'm very, very pleased, and it looks really cool. So I will not complain at all. It's a shame about the Undead Crown. Actually, I thought it had a few other different stats on it, but it's just got life stealing. So we'll stick that in the old. Stick that in. I'm sure putting that in Gillian's house will cause her no problems whatsoever. And the cash is rolling in. I'm actually going to buy a book here, which people don't really do these days, but I'm going to buy a book of Town Portal. Now, eagle-eyed amongst you might realise that actually every time I go to Adrian, my mana is replenished. That's another thing you can add into this mod. I wasn't 100% sure about it. To be honest, I wasn't 100% sure this was even going to be possible, because I just didn't know if the Golem could carry itself at all. You'll have to find out at the end of the video if my prediction came true. But yeah, I thought the idea of Adria just healing magic, because magic technically is finite in this game. You could eventually run out without there being like a well or whatever it is that can replenish 1 mana every time you click on it. So I feel like it's going to save a lot of time, and this is already going to take a lot of time. So hopefully that doesn't detract from it too much. I like the fact there's a lot of stuff here you'll see in Diablo 2. And this, again, lovely little +2 to dexterity. Pointless for everyone. This looks like a pretty tough little... I mean, the Golem is brave to be charging headlong into what looks to be an entire battalion of archers. I mean, he's still kicking ass, but... And he doesn't... I'm not really sure if he's getting hit. He might have an armor class that's too high. I'm just not sure. I mean, I know he can die. Can he die? I think he's dead. Oh dear. What an incredible turn of events. And I don't know why I'm walking up there now. That is stupid and dangerous. Now this feels like this might be... I mean, I don't really want to throw another scroll here. I think if we just chuck it on this side... I know there is a known bug with the golem, and the light radius is so, like, almost like infinite. So it is possible for archers to see the golem from a very, very long way away. Is he there? Hello? The hero's there. Oh, there he is! At the back! Oh my god, what a incredible... What tacticians we are. I'll just tank this arrow. Luckily these guys are really taking their time coming up to me. Just incredible voice acting there. That's like Alcor level. Snotspill. Not quite sure. I don't want to walk in there in case the door closes. I can't quite remember this bit. I'll be honest. And this is after having like phased in. Oh, I love a scroll of infravision. Absolutely love it. Oh, there's another book. Oh, there's a book. Oh, are you serious? I literally just bought that. Oh well. Make it a bit cheaper. There's a few things I want in there. The problem is there's so many archers. I'm just going to run in and just grab it. That's another +2 to vitality. And there's a book of telekinesis. Yeah, we don't need that. I have read one already just in case. I don't think it's going to be useful, I'll be honest, but you never know.
I'm still waiting for you to bring me that stone from the heavens.
He's gone mad. Absolutely mad. I have no idea what he's talking about there. But look at this. And actually, let's whack that up as well. Now, magic is a very, very important stat for many reasons. Not only can I use mana shield using the mana, so magic and mana kind of intrinsically linked. Every point I put into mana, oh my god, every point I put into magic, I get 2 mana. And that mana is very useful for the golem, because that's actually part of the formula for the golem's hit points. I'll go into that bit later when we get a little bit further through the run. But this little bit here is all part of Snotspill's quest. I love the fact it's a very, very small, contained little quest area as well. I'm guessing they put this in just to prevent people from sprinting through level after level, but very nice there as well.
Nothing yet. Nothing.
I think if I keep clicking on him after a time, then he keeps giving me stuff. That is incredible. What great voice acting. And there, to be honest, I cleaned out this before, but the tavern sign. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen, to be honest. I can't remember what happened. I do remember at one point there being, in a multiplayer game, about 400 Ogden's signs, tavern signposts on the floor. Someone had hacked in and just kept duping. And that's about all I remember of the quest. Oh, nice. That's a shame he dropped the short bow, to be honest, because that is pretty much just cash. I'm not carrying a bow around. It's just ridiculous. I think the dexterity requirement's going to be too high anyway. Oh wow, it's much busier than I thought. I kind of want to keep them all in the room, just because it's so boring having to try and get the free ammo door here. Oh, the door. Nice. I think this is going pretty well, actually. They seem to be quite like confined in this area. They don't have quite the same, similar fallen kind of mechanics there of when you kill one, they kind of run away slightly. But chapter 2, guys. Finally, we're down. We're legitimately down.
The smell of death surrounds me.
Yeah, I don't know what he just ate there, but I probably need to go back to town to go to the toilet by the sounds of it. And look at this for a find. Few little cheeky chests, but this is incredible. Oh, the way is open. This is the way. And now, presumably it's just a question of time, right? We must be able to find the book if we re-roll it. Whoa, this guy. So this is the first guy I came up against. I was kind of exploring without my golem out. Shadow Drinker. This guy feels really like familiar and unfamiliar at the same time. I do kind of remember a creature that kind of disappeared and then reappeared. Yeah, like that. So, but I don't really want him to run away and lure loads of other creatures. I'll be honest, his special skill doesn't seem to be doing. He just got absolutely cracked in the back. Oh my god. It's absolutely smashed in the spine. Oh no. Oh no, from comedy to tragedy. This could be really very bad, actually. The goat archers are just horrible. Oh, I need to... Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. Oh, yeah, oh god. Okay, this is really bad. So they are pretty relentless, the goat archers, in this. They will follow you to the ends of time. But I managed to kind of jump around this little area here and stop them from following me. I think I went back to town and just chilled out for a bit. What we need to do, because they are quite aggressive, they will kind of chase you. But if I can corral them towards him, then, I mean, look, the thing is, they will die eventually, so it's just going to be a question of being patient. I can tank. I've got the mana as well. I can just keep healing myself if I need to. We'll keep trying to corral them up. We're watching some Age of Empires 2. I watched a tournament, actually, which I didn't really realise was a thing, like an esports tournament. It was incredible. I've got to say, absolutely incredible. Hera versus... I can't remember the other guy, I'm sorry, but it was really, really good. Well worth the watch. But the idea of that, like some of the stuff they do there, like corralling animals and stuff, is just incredible. Wow, these guys as well. Little crawler dudes. The noise is just fantastic. The sound design in this game is incredible. Oh, and like the guts spill at the end of that is so cool. The end of the goats being slain. Now, I'm not sure if I should be too worried about these horror captains. I think I was always quite scared because they were just... Ooh, hold up. That's pretty good luck. This is less good luck, but that's good find, actually. As I was mentioning before with items, they can be really, really powerful. Like, I seem to remember it's pretty rare with rings that you just get too many duds. Like dud rubbish. What is going on here? Is there oh, there's a horror archer there. Probably lost about a third of my health already. I do want to get in here. Oh, that was a mistake. If I could just hold the door. Please come back. There they... What's he doing? Oh, this is just... this has gone really badly wrong. Okay, if you just get in the door. Get in the door. I think I might be in the way of the door there. Eventually I just walked in and he followed me, so it worked out. But this is actually kind of the way to do it. I was getting absolutely, I mean,
This must be what Griswold wanted.
the reality of being in a room with that many archers is death would be pretty quick. But for me, with my red cape,
Well, what can I do for you?
oh nice, he just drops it on the floor. That's service for you. The Imperium Band, and of course I had to pay Deckard
Stay a while.
100 gold just for not pissing in the well. Decent attributes. Light radius is good, actually, because that should make enemies focus on me. Trap damage. Most of the rest of it's pretty rubbish, but it's just cool to have. Fortunately, the rest of the magic items aren't particularly useful. I do actually not have enough money at this point to buy the book if I wanted to, so I thought I'd just see how much the Undead Crown is worth. 4k. Yeah, I'm just going to sell it. It means I've always got the 18k that I need to buy the Book of Golem. And here we are, Black Death. I mentioned them earlier, but they are absolute run ruiners. They almost single-handedly created the market for people hacking the game, because people realised when they've been fighting the Black Death for a while that they'd lost like 40 hit points permanently from getting hit by them. It's just so unfair. And this is, yeah, not ideal. So I'm down another level here. You can tell the hues changed slightly. And we've got a lot of unseen. I actually believe the unseen would first to be found in this area, so I was very surprised to see them in level 2. I think they were called hidden then. Oh my god, they hit incredibly hard as well. They really remind me of skin flares, is it? Always reminds me of the quest in Baldur's Gate 2 when you're in town, is it? Trying to track down who the murderer is. And there's, spoiler alert, but it's all like doppelgangers. And they all like, it is cool. I'm not going to ruin it. But play Baldur's Gate 2 if you haven't. Oh no. Oh, I actually forgot these existed, but they are maybe. Is this whole room going to be full of them? Because if so, it's game over. Oh no, okay. Hello? Son? My son? Now what I'm doing here is really, really bad, but they're not too bad in combat. They're mainly annoying when they're just throwing their spit attack. The little pools they leave behind do damage over time as well. Now what I'm doing here is I've gone mad, absolutely mad. I don't know why I'm even trying to get through there on my own. I need probably just to go back to town. I think I've run out of golem scrolls at this point. I'm just checking. Yeah, I've run out. I've actually run past the portal that I needed to go through. So this is kind of like peak level gameplay is what you've come to expect from me. You might suggest at this point that I'm fabricating drama, but I think you're attributing to intent what can adequately be explained by ignorance. Not quite the saying, but close enough. Enchanted shrine. Okay, I can't actually get to it. Ah. Now that is actually one of the most powerful shrines there is. And what it's done is removed one level from my Inferno spell, which means I actually don't have it anymore, but added +1 to all of the others. Maybe I should have saved that for when I actually have Golem, but there we go. Anyway, we're back in this room. It's actually quite nice when you get back like into a dungeon, and it just feels like you've got a fresh mindset. And this little room here, these guys, I mean, they look tough. They actually sound pretty scary as well. But actually, they're not particularly good at combat. They hit relatively hard, but not very often. They're quite slow to attack. You can see that even when I'm getting hit, it's kind of manageable with the healing spell I've got. Blocking every now and then, which is nice to see. Getting hit in the spine. I've learned that from my skelly friend. Just turn your spine to the enemy. Come on, please. Charge bolt. For friends and colleagues, let's drink to their health. It's actually very, very hot in the UK as I film this, so I'm barely clothed. I'm absolutely sweating. These all the stuff you need to hear, but I do feel like I need a drink, so. And that's just a refreshingly cool drink, not necessarily alcoholic. I don't know what you guys have got against me having a drink. Oh, lovely little scroll patch there. Someone dropped their book. And now with the Infravision scroll, we get a behind-the-scenes look as to what happens when I'm not in the room. Let's move back a bit and you can see it. So what's nice is not everything aggroes. This is actually probably the way we're going to be up to doing it. Like just Oh dear. That was a bit slightly more explicit than I wanted. But my role really has to be just to tank. I think the Golem, I read that he has some kind of life regen, but it's the same as all creatures in this game. They all have a life regen over time. Hello? I'm speeding this up because you have to realise the frustration I felt at just seeing my son just walk off. And all that for because don't curse. These are all of the books actually I found. I started to accumulate them because there's so many in this in the Catacombs. And this was not what I expected when I opened the door. Oh, and it's almost immediate. I think he might have killed one. Luckily, is that lucky they aren't following me or unlucky? I think I probably want them to follow me. Death Spit. Oh, God. The names are very matter of fact in Diablo 1, so I think we probably know what his magic skill is, what his party trick is. And that is the worst set of barrel openings I've ever seen. We're going to need a golem at some point. Let's just get him out. Maybe we can... oh my goodness me. We can... I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. This is ruining my clothes. Oh, he's dead already. This is pointless. This is pointless. And that's a dramatic reenactment of what might have happened if I had died, but of course I didn't. So this is what I needed to do in order to get past this particular area, is just run and heal. Incredible. So the area that's just there as well is the Chamber of Bone. I'm not quite sure how it opens up. There must be a book or something nearby which opens it up. I think it's the Chamber of Bone. But okay, everything's fine. Now my golem is a little far away and he seems to be walking further away from me. I really need him to kind of be, you know, spin moving towards me and helping me out here. Hello? Yeah, I don't think I've got enough... no, I'm just taking too much. I'm on the acid spit as well, so it's just ticking my health down. Or at least I was. So I did this again. No issue whatsoever, of course. Locked the door behind me. That was quite important. And then summon the golem in here, hoping I'd get a little bit of a foothold on the other side. And actually, it didn't take too long. From this angle, I kind of moved down a little bit, moved back into this room. I was able to move up here without aggroing too many. And just move around. A lot of it's about angles. It's that first door opening down down the bottom there was just particularly obnoxious. But what I ended up doing, if I lure quite a few, and a lot of those like acid spitters were quite happy to be preoccupied with the golem, and actually while he's kind of beating them up on his own, they seemed a lot less aggressive. That might be a bit cheesy, me doing it that way, but it was definitely the preferred way of doing it. I'm not quite sure where he is right now, but it'd be really nice if he was around. Is he in here? Hello? Yeah, I can see the bodies. I know you've been here. Yeah, he still can get... You can see when he does get into combat with those guys. And this is one level down, just having an explore. Again, I've got someone to reenact that death for me, so I can video it. This level, yeah, the golem was getting his ass kicked by these guys. So I did what any normal person would do and just sprint through the whole thing. It was extremely homogeneous in terms of enemies here. Pretty much just these gargoyles. And you can see actually quite easy. I really wanted this bookcase as well. Look at this elite level. And annoyingly that one decides to just get right in the way. I just wanted to see what the book was. And of course, when I'm playing, no trouble dying whatsoever. So level 8 already. We're actually cracking through this. Shrine up there. It's a little bit open here, so I'm a bit careful. Got to be careful maybe not to go around that corner in case it gets a bit fruity. 2 little rooms there as well. And it was very, very, very dangerous. So you can see here, this is not going well already. These blinks, the ones with like the lightning attack, actually do a lot of damage. These like overlords that are slightly tougher are pretty tough. The unseen, the yellow ones, are really, really strong as well. So I did what anyone else would do, just ignore it. Now, I do kind of need to go back eventually. I'm going to use up the scrolls I've got. I do have the spell at this point, but I'll use up the scrolls.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Mana shield. Oh, I mean, that's great, but I can't really afford it, to be honest. I can't afford that and then to see the Book of Golem come up. I tell you what I'm going to do. Let's just have a quick look around. It would be really nice if I could find the way up to town. This could be a really stupid idea. I do eventually, as I was saying, just need to go back at some point and clear those areas above because I need the experience. I mean, there's probably 3-4 levels of experience, maybe not that many, but about that many. Okay, everything's fine. Just close the door, maybe. No, there it is, up to town. But incredible. Look at that, some remnants there of a previous life. Now all that stands before us, with some extra speed,
I sense a soul in search of answers.
are many, many, many runs. I actually managed to find the way down even further because I just wasn't having any luck again. But I thought, and I hated having to walk all the way from the other side of town to this side of town. It's really annoying. Book of was that Scroll of Guardian? We're getting closer. I mean, these are all spells that weren't available in the earlier levels, the earlier kind of acts. Scroll of Golem, we've got it. 1,100. Okay, it's not cheap, But we're back in the game now, guys. I am pretty much out of golem spells at this point. So although it feels like we maybe should be moving on to the next chapter, I'm going to have to go back. I need to start clearing all this stuff. I'll do it in an abridged fashion, don't worry. He says, slowly walking behind him. I've got to be quite cautious here because there are a lot of these unseen, hidden kind of enemies nearby. The skeletons at this point are pretty much just fodder. But these guys, when they gang up on you, and they're just the AI. The AI is great, by the way. I mean, this is just an incredibly well-made game. There is actually AI with the creatures, even with like modern game. And that's one of the things I really hate about Path of Exile. I mean, I'm sorry, and I love the game. I made a video on it, for Christ's sake. It took me weeks of my life to do that video. And I do really like the game. But there's something about this, like, these creatures do have a form of AI. They have some unique behaviour. They're attacking, they're retreating, they're following, you know, at a distance, moving away. I just don't feel like with Path of Exile, you're just always running into packs of creatures. And they're always following kind of towards you. There's no, like, tactics. It's not like this is, like, true tactics. But it doesn't feel, oh, that's a busy room. That's the heart of the Council Conference. That is the toilets. The skeletons are all there, smashing through cocaine. That's what happens at conferences, in case you didn't realise. Not that I've ever been to a conference before, but that's my guess. Especially one with full of now redundant Skelly Warriors. Maybe I'm cutting a little close there. Oh, I've aggravated it. This is good. It's gone about as badly wrong as it could have done. I was hoping I could kind of sneak past. They didn't seem too aggroed. I think what I'm going to do is just do some laps around. And you can see how good I am at walking, speed walking here. By the time I get back, just a huge amount. Just a huge mess in that room now. Oh, I do kind of want to tank here, but these guys, the Horned Demons, they attack very fast. And you can see that like stun log. When you try and run away, they'll stun you back into the position you were, into the tile you were in before. Do you know what? I actually hoped that was, for whatever reason, I hoped that was going to be the Golem spell. It wasn't. That's the Guardian. That's like the Hydra spell. I think they call it Guardian in this game. Ooh, nice amulet there. Come on, let's have a look. Oh, first I've got to do some inventory management. A lot of these items are worth something, and I do feel like money could be maybe a bit of an issue in this game. So I don't want to have too much contempt for even just the normal items. But there's so much magic here. This is why these like sub areas are really nice. Oh, I love the fact it all fits in the inventory as well. But these like little sub areas are really, really worth doing because the loot is just phenomenal. And we're back here. You can this familiar level which I just sprinted through. Now I've actually got a golem to do it with. It's just a question of letting him do it. Fortunately, the gargoyles when they land regenerate so much of their health almost immediately. And I know there's some magic chainmail on that armor rack there, so I do want to try and work my way towards that. So Glimmering Shrine here, saved me a lot of money with Decade, he'll be furious, but that does actually identify a lot of my items. Let's have a quick look. I mean, look at that, 2,000 for that. Crimson Firebow, 11 to Vitality, it's just got a little bit too much strength. Snake's Amulet, that's perfect, guys. So talk a little bit about why mana is so important. So basically 2/3 of my mana is the golem's life. So mana to me is pretty much the most important thing. And I could see here actually, well actually I'll start talking about the fact that some of these books I've started to find were very exciting. For a man who's made scrawling lists of how many books I've found and when, to find some books that I haven't found before was very exciting. And that armor there, you can see plus 40% light radius. Light radius is actually going to be potentially quite important for this run. Light radius increases the aggro range that enemies see you. So the more light radius I have, the more chance they're going to be attacking me instead of the golem. And I think that's actually going to be quite important for his longevity and health. And you know, it's what a dad should do in this situation. Is take a few punches in the bar fight while his well-trained son... For some reason I got flashbacks of Roadhouse then. Don't know if you guys have seen that movie. Not the new one. I did watch the new one with Sheikha Gyllenhaal, who I do think is a legit actor. I mean, he is great. It's got Conor McGregor in as well, the new Roadhouse movie, and his accent in it. He starts American for about the first 2 lines, and then it just isn't that anymore. I don't know what he settled on, but it wasn't like that at the beginning. But the original Roadhouse of Patrick Swayze is a fantastic movie, so if you haven't seen that, please watch it. And this is the Optic Amulet. I actually thought this was going to be a lot better. The 5 to magic is nice, but that's going to give me 10 mana, and I don't really need that lightning resist at this point. And the light radius would have been great. If it had like 15 to magic, we'd be laughing. It does not. We'll keep it there in the old stasheroo, along with that armor. I just need another level up. Unfortunately, I just used my level up just before I picked that armor up, which was a bit stupid of me. And these 2 innocuous rooms, I think I did mention them earlier, just off the map. They were insanely difficult. Full of these illusion weavers, and I've killed like 20 of them by this point, but the best thing to do here was just be to occasionally pop it and see if he's alright. And every time the enemies try and open the door, just close it again. Just feel quite cinematic. Oh, and that noise. Oh, like a bucket of blood being thrown on the floor. Everything okay? Yeah, of course it is. Actually, again, reminded me a bit of what was that movie called? I know it's called Danny the Dog. Maybe that's what it's called in the UK. Look at this find as well, and I've got a scroll of identity. Ring of engagement. I mean, look, it's great to find unique items. It's not going to help me at all. It's pure melee. Oh, that's actually a very decent book to find as well. I do love that spell. Book of Elemental. I'm chucking everything here because when you click on this, you get a stack of gold for each empty inventory space. But Unleashed with Jet Li is the movie I'm thinking of. I think it was called Danny the Dog as well in some places of the world. But Jet Li, when Bob Hoskins takes his collar off and he just beats up a room, that's what this reminds me of. Maybe I should have called this guy Jet Li. No, you can't call the Golem anything, but you know what I mean. I should have called myself Bob Hoskins. But he's such an absolute bastard in that movie as well, so... But that's the character I ended up portraying here. So, and I found an elixir of strength as well. I mean, classic duping thing here. I did actually try and dupe at one point. I just couldn't remember how to do it, and I couldn't be bothered. But I wanted to like see if I could still do it, but I couldn't. Oh, actually, yeah, nice. So I can. I'm not sure what to put the last point in. Probably just going to put it into magic. But now I have enough strength to use that armor as well. Book of Firebolt, not what we need. Oh, Angel Staff as well. Spells are increased by 1 level. That is going to be really, really good. And I found a Book of Stone Curse later on. And look at this. A red short staff of Golem. 30 charges. It's 14k though. 81 magic, which I have. Should I just wait to get the book? 30 charges is going to last a long time. And I have the staffs that... I'm going to get it. I've got the skill... That means you can recharge staves. I have to lose my sword and shield. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. That saves me a lot of money on scrolls as well. Yeah, so we'll use the scrolls up. And now I've got this incredible... And look at this. What a reward. I think there are like 3 different armor, visual armor changes. I'll change the speed so it actually looks semi-normal. But what a reward for upping your armor. Incredible. And now I look like absolute badass. Actually looks like I can maybe tank an attack. And let's do some incredible door dynamics here. Now maybe I should have held out, saved my money for a Book of Golem, but I felt this was maybe too good to be true. To have this kind of opportunity in front of me. To get that many Golem spells. It means I can clear out some of these earlier areas. Pretty comfortably now, and this is just incredible mind games here with the Fire Clan, who will never forgive me for that level of troll. God, and those, I mean, that was full health, a few hits from one of those illusion weavers. You can see how much fun I had against them and why I'm kind of being so cautious. And another unique there, long staff. I don't think I've actually spotted it yet. I hope I go and pick that up because that'd be really infuriating if I don't. I think I might just be clearing out these... I was going to call them yellow lads then, but that could be construed wrong. But those illusion weavers... Oh, it's a trap. 2 Irish lads. got nothing on me. I say me, got nothing on my son. That's it. Right in the back. The immolator. Fire hit damage. I mean, that's cool, I suppose. Maybe if something's weak to fire, it might do a lot of damage, but that's really not great. But anyway, who cares? We're getting out of this hellscape, and we're going into a real hellscape. Now, we have kind of been here already, so I've actually opened a few chests and stuff. So slightly anticlimactic. We know at least where the stairs are. Oh, we also know we've got these lads here as well. Okay, Golem. Okay, I'm confident. There's 3 dead at least. Okay, Red Storm I'm not that keen on, I'll be honest. I'm not hearing anything. I'm pretty certain he's dead. There's no other way of saying it. These guys are not only pretty good. I've got that amulet actually, lightning resist. Let's put that on. Okay, one of them's died. It's possible. That's all I need to know. It's possible. Oh, and a book there. What is that? Oh, Bone Spirit. Damn, that's actually a very decent find, but it's not really what we need. And this is pretty much the theme now. Oh, and I think that's Golem remnants there. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Here are the lads. How about it? Let's get my son to spring out behind them. I just need to tank a little bit of this. Oh, the damage is impressive. Yeah. I'm pretty certain my fire resistance is 0, and this looks pretty fire related. So I'm in some trouble here. I mean, I'm probably moments away from needing to switch to the mana shield spell, I think. Let's use the town portal there just to illuminate that extremely dark bit of cave, because he does get scared in the dark. He's still very, very young. He's only 10. That sounds terrible, actually. No, he's 11. He's 11 now. Now, this little group of lads in this boxing simulator, they've made some kind of makeshift kind of gypsy bare knuckle cage there out of scraps of old other people's scraps of wood. But I'm not sure if the golems be able to get in there. And oh, there's a fungal tome on the ground there. That is a quest item. Yeah, this is basically what I was worried about. Let's grab the tome and let's do my best to try and aggravate them by shouting racial epithets. Now, not sure the golem's still... Yeah, he's not there. What we can do is run away, however, and hope that we can get just a few of them maybe to follow. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's great. That's great. I think the problem is as soon as he goes around that corner, it's going to be GG. And now we're actually at the position where we can maybe clear the stairs to town. I can hear him doing some... You're not fighting again over there, are you? Yeah, it's an absolute bloody mess. And I thought I was going to be able to walk down, and then suddenly realised that I was not going to be able to do that. It's extremely busy around here. They're actually quite small maps, the caves, which is weird because some of the other maps seem like pretty large. But I think just because it's so open, I'm guessing that maybe the amount of tiles is the same, but it's just so condensed. So it felt a little condensed. It meant that the area seemed quite small, but it also meant that they were very densely packed. And bits like this, I mean, I shouldn't have gone for that chest. That was a really stupid thing to do. So I just aggravated another 4 or 5. But the best thing to do, tactical retreat. And actually, I didn't realise this looped around here, but that's the other quirk of the caves, is they're often kind of, you know, circle. Scroll of Chained Lightning, I mean, it's great stuff just to sell. And I am so close to death here. I'm out completely, but I'm milking my golem, who is still alive, for as long as I can. Is he? He's dead. Oh, that was close. That would have been death. Okay, we're fine. I think that might be a hero there as well. I don't know what she means by big black mushroom, but you can guess. A woman who lives on her own for long enough Needs a big black mushroom eventually. These red storms, man, they were strong. They almost do like 2 attacks. And that's why I'm like scum saving after that, because it's so tough. Now, he was just one of a pack. Come on, dude. Get a move on. Bloody hell. And I know the hero's there. There he is. Okay, I'm just going to have to tank it while he takes the other one out. Which he has to... This way! Okay, just use the mana. Just see, I've got mana shield up now. I use the scroll. Oh my god, it's expensive, but this is worth it. Oh, they're actually... They've ruined my armor as well. I've got to run. I've got to run. I think my armor's down to... One of the weird things about this game, or cruel things about this game, is that when your armor goes to 0, it breaks and is gone forever. So at this point, I've actually taken it off and put it in my inventory because it's not worth the risk. Oh, and I found something for Adria.
Now that is a big mushroom.
I didn't remember. And Ogden is not a fan. And it's great. I wish I'd kind of put more Farnham dialogue into this. And this little item here, I mean, the guy only dropped a dagger, that ridiculous fight we had back there. But it's worth almost 5k. So well worth me tanking that. And then, lads, the miracle happened. Yes! The Book of Golem. We've got it. 18,000? Pennies. Oh my, that felt so good. Finally. Hours and hours. Finally a Book of Golem. We've got it. The anticlimax here. And my heal spell is actually looking pretty good. Just going to check how much it goes up. Only by like 2 to 7 per level. It's very good. Oh, I need to maybe take this off. Now, unfortunately, the 11 to 17 might be accurate for level 1, but it never changes when you go up to levels, and it does change. But we've got a game. Now, whether it can get past the whole game, I'm not sure. But we're in level 10 now. And we've got some Obsidian Lords. And annoyingly, I can see the aura of a hero. And here you can see, like, oh my god. So, from ecstatic highs to standard lows. I don't know how close those archers are. But actually, they could be very far away. So I'm going to just put the golem there and just hope he travels down. Yeah, but I've got to be really, really careful here because these guys could... these horny boys. My son, the horny boys. I'm being pounded. I'm being pounded by some horny boys. Come on, these big black horny boys. Come on. Oh, no, come on. Wow, this is just... this might be normal for some of you, but for me, I'm not used to having that thrust into me. Come on, help me out. I can't lose the mana shield as well, because it'll be... I just don't have the health to tank this, and I also can't heal myself. Oh, it is a hero. I've just got to tank. I've just got to take this. Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Oh, no. Come on. Okay, that's good. How many has he killed? I think Black Storm alone has killed 2. Yes. Please, my son, please. I know I've treated you badly. But please. I think we got this. Yes. Oh my god. Never talk of this moment again. Oh, that little brain on the ground there for those observant. Man, it is busy around here. The arrows as well, you can see, are still coming from somewhere, but I'm trying it the best I can. I mean, I've only got one that's really near to melee range, although he is very, very keen. There's some expert dodging going on here. Look at this, textbook stuff. This is actually getting a little overwhelming, but I can see my golem is still alive, so I think he's now perished. So I'm just kiting them a little bit further over, and then the old switcheroo, back. And oh no! Oh, that was close, very close there. Just a panic drink there. Mana shield, golem, quick mana potion. I think we're back in it. Yeah, and I'm going to have to tank for a bit because he's in a great position there to take those guys out on the other side of the river. And I'm just going to have to, like... This is a dead end down this way, so I've got to be pretty cautious. What's he doing? Where's he going? I'm gonna actually town portal out. This is a super sketch. Oh my god. Just get out of there. Oh, what? Well, I was... yeah, I'm not sure what I was thinking then.
This is just...
And I sold him a picture of... I'm not gonna make that joke. Adria's had hard enough life without a reputation being dragged through the mud. She likes a black mushroom. I mean, she would have loved to have seen a video of me just then getting absolutely. Well, let's move on. So there were a huge amount of goatmen archers down there. Luckily, the range of summoning actually on the golem is very far. I think a lot of that is maybe slightly cheaty. I've got this ludicrously big resolution. I had it at one point, the resolution so big you could almost see the entire town in one screen, which I did quite like. In hindsight, I think I probably wish I'd made this a little bit smaller. And in that little area with all the goatman archers was the Anvil of Fury. I'm not sure what he was doing leaving it there. Now, anyone who's grown up anywhere close to Britain will cringe quite badly at that Scottish accent. Some of it's okay, but there's a few telltale signs there. It's definitely not Scottish. Oh, yeah, it's pretty... There's actually a lot of decent mods on that, I've got to say. Chance to hit, knocks target back. But the mana I need... 30 to magic on a staff as well would be incredible. That would be 60 mana. That's 40 more health for the golem for those quick maths. I think we're just going to keep putting points into magic at this point. I can't see the benefit of anything else. I mean, strength might become quite important if I find a really good item that I just need like 50 strength to use. And that was a really bad misclick. I've just got so many golem spells now. I'm treating them with such contempt. Mana shield. I'm getting to the point where I remember doing that straight away. Oh, I actually almost clicked on up to the previous level again. I'm not a great fan of the fact there are red storms here. I think it's worth... Oh, there are a lot of them as well. I think what I've ended up doing there is accidentally unsummoning my golem. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Again, that's just a reenactment of what might happen if I were to misplay this level. But I'm going to maybe try not to go through there because there's quite a few there. Maybe send the golem on the other side. I say send him, watch him walk there. And I just listen in the distance. Just the horror. Ah, that is annoying. Is he going to help me out? Problem is, if I start moving around, yeah, I just aggro so much more. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a good start. Frost chargers. More horny boys. At this point, we're getting quite used to being pounded by horny boys. They are actually very decent at combat. I've got such a high mana pool, though. I can take it. My blue ball can take it. And this, I actually find a unique item here. I don't know if I exactly picked it up or showed it for whatever reason. And then casually decided to walk up just to see what's going on and end up luring half the level. Oh, and actually had a ring drop. Or jewellery drop there. I've just got to take one for the team here. Please, Gola, please. Yeah, these guys again. The AI is a little interesting on these guys. Little whiff attack there at the end. So this is what I found Mind Cry. Unique staff, which has got resist all, plus to magic, and spells are increased by 1 level, which is just insane. This is something I do in my spare time. So this is the whole formula on life with mana there, and you pretty much get 10 more life per spell level. But the damage also goes up, so every time we get a level up, we'll get another 2 damage on the golem. Doesn't seem like a lot. This is my attempt to dupe, by the way. Couldn't do it. But great news. We found another... Oh, we've got no room, but let's just... make some room. We found another book of Golem, which I think is going to be very important. I mean, like, every point in Golem doesn't massively improve him, but It's another 10 hit points at base, and it's another 2 damage. It doesn't show here. It's also a little bit cheaper to cast, but I'll put some of the stats there as we go along, so you can get an idea of what hit points I have based on what mana I've got. Anyway, previous level cleared. Really nice having found this staff. And I tell you what, the last level, not really very much happened. What was interesting, I suppose, was the creature type that suddenly turned up. You can hear there. I was like, is there snakes? Vipers? Snake? What? And then that is also a really familiar soundbite. I was like, why are they both so familiar? And then I realised, yeah, classic enemies, these. So you've got the snake, and then you've also got the Black Knights as well, which will be a very big feature. And thankfully, both of them pretty easily taken down. Viper Flame here, they do have pretty decent attack, but they get stunned really easily. So they're actually a lot easier to kill than I seem to remember from my past. Maybe they normally do a lot of stunning, but it doesn't seem like the Golem gets that easily impressed, I'll be honest. And magic items now can be really decent mods and great cash, so worth picking them all up. Not too much else to report from this level, other than this classic corner. But chapter 4, finally, guys, we're here. We're in hell. If you didn't realise it, this is what hell looks like. Book of Guardian as well, very nice. Yeah, great spell, actually, Book of the Guardian spell. Very cool. But we're not using that. We're using Golem. So I've gone back to town. I've come back. And there's been a murder. Well, what am I doing? Just hugging the wall. Instead of hugging my son, I hug the wall. I hear him killing. I am appalled at how the system has let him down, letting a father like me take him from town to darkened levels filled with hideous foe. Also you can watch this show. At least he's exercising and getting healthy while making me, I mean us, incredibly wealthy. Can't hurry up, you waste of space. Oh, off he goes. I think he might have thought I might have had a change of heart as to our lifestyle, but no, there's too much work to be done. Too much money to be made. Golem currently at level 3, of course, because I've got that staff which had +1 to all levels. And look at that for graphics. Oh, incredible. Incredible, nostalgic. I always used to feel like, oh, just puncturing the wall and all of that coming out would be super satisfying. And this was getting a little bit dicey. I'm really frustrated that the kind of Red Storm upgraded versions of them were everywhere. But I'm actually pretty tanky now with the amount of mana I've got. So I do have that 15% resist all now as well. So I'm in a pretty decent position just to help him out. Oh, but the damage is pretty extensive. And the Golem was doing pretty well, but I mean, he can't hold up against 2 or 3 of them just battering on him. Book of Golem. Yeah, they're just coming thick and fast at this point. I mean, in fairness, this is me actually having to go and shop quite a few times. And look at this Archangel's Staff of Holy Bolt as well. So Archangel's Staff increased by 2 levels. That will be the dream, if we can find something like that at the end. Golem, currently level 3. 2 more books gives us to level 5. For those that can do the maths, that's 20 more hit points. That's maybe importantly 4 + 4 more damage, which actually is pretty decent. The numbers remain pretty low in Diablo, which is super nice. So now I'm just kind of luring them all into this little space because it feels like a pretty good point to be able to hold them up. And you can see that actually seems good. Like, we're doing okay. Yeah, so poetic. Look, it's not invulnerable. I'm super concerned that some of these later areas are going to be impossible. But to be honest, hugging the wall, it's not a bad tactic. Just remember from the old days of me using the infravision scroll, how it only really aggravates enemies in a much smaller radius, which makes the Golem at least have the potential to be able to limit the amount of people that are surrounding him. My job really is just to get stuck in every now and then, just to take a little bit of the aggro. I think, yeah, he is dead there. So let's re-summon him up. Keep my potions topped up where possible. I'm cracking through them. I'll be honest. But I've got a decent amount of money. I've spent a lot on books, of course. But books are expensive these days. Now I'm just having a look around. It seems pretty quiet. I can see that light radius over there, so I'm a bit concerned. And a few of those you can see there, like it seemed like I did get knocked back by the vipers here. The fire drakes, they are very, very weak, much like claw vipers, right? But anyway, back down to the next level down. I'll explain what that light radius on the previous level is just a short time. Interesting little okay, here we go. Exciting. I was going to say, interesting little layout here. It seems to be pushing us in one direction. But here we've seen a pentagram, which I believe is the route down. And just in this other room, the Staff of Lazarus as well, which is going to be pretty important. I was hoping the Staff of Lazarus would actually have some interesting, like plus 100 mana or something weird like that to it. But unfortunately, it's just a bit of a dud quest item. I'm going to be a bit careful around going around the corners here because I can aggravate a little bit too much. You can see how quickly these guys can surround and take down my golem. So this was very, very like methodical. Try and take aggro where I can. I do have to be careful of my mana running out at any point, because it pretty much would be instant death for me if I ever let my mana shield run too low. And I actually went down. That was that ore I saw in the previous level. And I tell you what, guys, I spent a long time running around. Now I was pretty certain this is going to be combat. Take my helm. I'm not touching that. Oh, I think he meant his helmet. Again, a lot of these are euphemisms for the same thing. But there we go. What the hell? These games are smutty, aren't they? Anyway, he dropped his... I'm guessing that's his... I'm not sure what bit that... Anyway, the Veil of Steel. Mana minus 30. Resist all 50%. That, lads, is what we're talking about. That is incredible.
How may I serve you?
So she's got a nice little nest egg if ever I were to die. Emerald Club, resist all 42%. Yeah, this game is incredible for the loot, I've got to say. And for whatever reason, and maybe it was me just going back and forth, I'm not quite sure exactly what happened, but the portal opened up. For whatever reason, I remember that portal being... Oh, no, maybe that's later on. Okay, this is the lair of Lazarus. I'm not looking forward to this, 'cause I've got a feeling there's a lot of succubi here. And they suck. You buy. And they also love running away. Oh, that's it. Get her in the corner. Okay. Right, there's nothing I can do about some of the lines here. It is what it is. But we spent a whole 4 levels being pounded in the corner. Now it's time for revenge. And actually, the fact that he can be summoned inside this little cage, and the women can do nothing. No, I'm not going to say that. But the yeah, it's working out. That's what I'm going to say. And luckily, I've honed my door closing skills at this point, so I can keep. Ooh, bash her in the head with my club there. I don't think of any of the hits I accidentally took in the last 10 levels. I landed a single one, by the way. Okay, nice. Oh, I thought we might get her trapped then. Unfortunately, I'm going to be careful she doesn't escape. Okay, here we go. Yeah, and this is the way to do it. If you get them trapped. Let's resummon the golem, because I think he was heading through that door, and I don't really want him to aggro too much in the other room. And I saw a mage there. I'm not quite sure what they're called, like the Magi. But they've got some interesting teleportation. Like a flash spell. The Advocates, yeah, damn. I mean, look at that. I'm actually not sure I'm going to be able to... I mean, if I can't kill these guys, then I think the run's over, by the way. But if they just did... Okay, thank God. Okay, it is going to be possible for us to at least progress. And it does look like he might have got that guy stuck in the corner as well. So maybe they can teleport within range. I'm not going to click that Book of Vileness just yet. Yeah, and you can see the range. I mean, I don't know how far away that Hellspawn is. But it might be all the way out the other side. But that is a known bug. So actually, this wasn't too... I mean, it was tedious. But it wasn't too difficult, which is mainly the main barrier here. It took a very, very long time. I didn't really seem to take too much damage, I'll be honest, even when I was getting hit. My resists are kind of okay at this point. Not great, but they're not zero. I think the Bloodstars might just be pure magic damage. I'm talking about my arse here. But some incredible door skills here, if they did come through. And I threatened them with my old man stick. And I think at this point I lost the will slightly, so decided to put the speed up. There's a lot of like, you know, let's try and corral them into the corner. Eventually we got them all. But... Okay, what I need to do here is just get him in that room and just pen as many in as possible. And just watch him dispense some justice. This is more like it. Oh, there's a book of flash there. We can learn how to flash after this. Take some outfit tips. Again, a lot of this is just me misclicking, by the way, guys. I promise. I'm treated to an incredible cutscene. And some slightly dodgy audio. Pretty cool. What is he doing with his hand? I saw it. I saw it. You need to go back and watch that, guys. I'm not zooming in on that. That is revolting. Now, I really messed up here because I think it all starts when his audio finishes. But I had the speed up very high because I was too busy trying to clear this as quickly as possible. But we have these. Black Jade being the first. And this is a great position for Black Jade. Presumably hit one of his top earning girls there going down. Annoying that she dropped something so useless. I'm letting him kind of... Yeah, okay, there he is. I think I'm going to have to get stuck in. So we've got another hero here as well to get rid of. And you can see by the different coloured blood star that's coming out. I can tank that if he can take out Lazarus. I'm not sure this is going to happen. In the end, I lure Red Vex. Oh, look at that for a drop as well. Fantastic. Field plate there. And I think, look, Griswold, he just doesn't sell anything. This shop doesn't seem to replenish like the like Aegis does. So you really are limited by loot, which is why it's so exciting when you do get something half decent. I think we might have him pinned here. I'm not quite sure. That's perfect. Yes. Oh, eat some rock fist. Good to see him getting fisted in the corner for a change. In a role reversal. And very, very sad son. I think that's Ulbricht, the, is it Leoric's son? Damn. Pretty dark. The music there just reminded me of Postal. I'd love to play that game on this channel. I mean, maybe I have to put that on Patreon or something. But look at the value of that. But Postal, anyway. I do want to talk about Postal as a game because it is incredible. I do really enjoy it, but he's a little bit controversial. But for some reason that kind of like a soundbite there kind of reminded me of, maybe it's the music from the Hell soundtrack. But yeah, you can actually store gold, Julian. So she's, again, doing very well. Her room is pretty much just one giant chest of loot at this point. But it saves me having to carry a lot of the cash on myself, which is always a pain. So So we are now clearing out the very final few rooms, really. I mean, we're on the final level. We've just got 4 kind of corners of this map to clear through. And I honestly had no idea we'd ever get this anywhere close to getting this far with just the Golem spell. Once again, hugging the wall. I won't subject you to any more poetry, but I did feel at some point I've spent more time looking at a wall than anything else. Amulet of Sorcery was a pretty nice find as well. So I've got 4 or 8 mana up to 416. So another 8. I mean, it's only another 6 hit points for the older Golem. But he's up to now about 337. The damage 18 to 26. It's not bad at all. And this shield is pretty good too. I mean, it's got 2 mods on, which is really nice. But hit points and increased armor both seem pretty good. And the first of the kind of rooms we needed to clear actually went through without too much of an issue until I did this and ended up aggravating all of these advocates at the same time. And I thought, with them teleporting around, there's just absolutely no way. This was an absolute nightmare. So I thought, let's just try and clear what we can. I was like, what is that up there? Oh, it's a hero. So yeah, I aggravated the entire room. Oh, I want that staff though. Maybe playing with fire slightly, but I'm not going to come around this way again and pick up this gold. So let's do it once properly. I think let's get out of this room though. Try and lure the knight hero down, and hope the advocates. I don't think they're that aggressive. And Golem was actually still alive. I had to unsummon him. Please help me out. So this guy is definitely hitting hard. But all I need to do is kind of like take a little bit of the aggro. That fireball is really not great. Burning his bum. Not the best micro you've ever seen, but definitely no micro. He has actually killed him as well. Yes, fantastic. Oh, it's a pretty close fight then. Oh, actually, it's a bit annoying. Let's one long wait, hugging the wall later. Yeah, this took a very long time, guys, to clear all those advocates. They were very annoyed at just generally what had happened, and it probably took about 10 minutes. So I think it's that room and then that room, and Diablo's in the one at the I'm not sure, I can't quite remember. But this little first area, thankfully, or should I say the second area to clear through, actually was pretty easy. There were a lot in that final room, but there were mostly those knights, which are actually pretty easy. Okay, so it is that one that opens up. So Diablo's just to the one in the south. Golem's up to level 5, and with the extra mana we've got there, hit points now 327. I think I guessed my hit points in the previous. Not that you'll remember that, but at least that's an accurate 327 hit points now. It's pretty decent hit points, but is it enough for Diablo? Because I've just got a feeling he's pretty relentless. Just a bit of repositioning. I'm pretty confident now. I can resummon the summon and unsummon the Golem. I've got enough magic. And the last 2 switches, they love some bony levers, don't they? Leoric's been selling them ever since he got dethroned. Door to door. And I'm going to have to go back to town because I just get a bit nervous. Because this is it. This is the final pack. Just to be really annoyed if I can't beat Diablo at this point. One last quick look through town. Back to where it all started. No one's cleaned up my soiled pants at this point. And yeah, I've spent a lot of money. So 2 elixirs of strength. Don't ask me why I got those. They were just in the shop and I wanted to spend money. I wanted to get some more books of Golem, but I just couldn't find them. But actually I thought the elixir of magics aren't too bad. And by drinking them all, we're up to 343 now. So I mean, that's only 60 more hit points, I think, from the previous time I showed you those stats. But it's not nothing, and it might be the difference. And I think we've actually still got quite a bit of money left. I'm a bit worried about spending too much, because I don't know how much I'm going to need to buy more potions of mana, because this could be a real endurance, guys. I'm just not sure. I don't really remember the fight very much, I'll be honest. But already, it's kicked off. We've got a knights coming from that room. I can hear the Golem in the distance. I think he might be doing some damage. Oh, there's an apocalypse spell. Did you see it? I just got hit with apocalypse. The old classic Archangel's Staff of the Apocalypse. 255 charges of Apocalypse. Absolute classic from the original. Probably the most duped item other than the Godly Plate of the Whale. And he's... Oh my god, he's doing a lot of damage as well. I can't even see the guy. Ah, do you know what? I actually remember how painful this was. There's not much I can do. I mean, I'm going to put a Town Portal Scroll here because it's going to just use up all my potions. The Golem is kind of in there doing the work. So I might just tank this for the time being. Where is he? Is that him? No, that's another knight. I can see him down there. So I've used an Infravision Scroll. Here he is. Big Bob. Look at the... Damn! Guy's been to the gym. That's tight ass. Whoa, that Boglitz. He's almost took me out of mana then. Come on, Golem. Right, I'm going to just stand next to him, I think, and just drink. Just do what I'm good at. Come on. I don't know how this is even... Am I even hitting him? Okay, we're just going to have to keep this open. We'll just keep drinking. He seems to be concentrating on me, which is the best thing. So hopefully the Golem is doing a... Yes! Fantastic. Well, there you go, guys. And I'm not going to tell you what part of the body that stone was hiding in. Because it might look from this angle that that's his head. It's not. It's not. I've had to spread those legs. Just ruin that. I'm not going to tell you what that is. I'm not going to zoom in on that any closer than you need to, but you know what it is. Now you know. And he's very, very dehydrated. It is really bloody hot in Europe at the moment, all over, from the people I've been talking to, so... No wonder he's thirsty. Oh, it's the fact he's still alive slightly as well. It's just brutal. There's only one place to put that. Straight on OnlyFans. Lovely booby armour there as well. Well guys, look, we're at the end. Thanks so much for watching. I don't know why it took me so long to realise this was even a possibility for a run, but when it hit me I was like, we're doing it straight away. Big shout out to the mod, Devolution X, please check it out. The guys at the Discord as well really helped me out. Chris as well for my Discord, thank you dude so much, you were invaluable. For those of you who haven't really heard of Golemdad yet, please subscribe, there is a series ahead of you. Golemdad, a little bit ropey in quality, I was pretty early to YouTube at that point, but please watch them all, enjoy, a lot more silliness, and a lot more runs to come. That is the end. It is possible to do it with Golem only. I did it. Thank God. See you guys in the next one. Peace and love.